And now joining us for more on the elections today, our political analyst and former member of the Likud party, Naphtali Bensimon, and Shay Even, head of strategy at Horin, and Alexandrovitz, who led the Blue and White Party's campaign in the last elections. All right, so the first major question we have here is, what are your predictions? What is going to happen today?
Well, I think, we see the voting numbers are really high. I think the voting numbers are really high in the Likud area. And I think tonight, unfortunately, we're going to see Netanyahu reaching the 60, 61 plus edge that he needs in order to form a government.
I totally agree. I think Netanyahu, again, will be nominated as the next prime minister tonight with the polls. And of course, but he will get the invitation from the president because the Gewalt campaign, the urgent campaign that we are losing, it's working emotionally and rationally. And the whole, technology that the Likud party has, they're using everything, all the weapon that they have. It's a mass destruction political weapon, and I think they're doing much better than they show in the media.
Well, so what are some of the primary concerns in the Israeli voter as they enter the polls today?
Well, I think most Israeli voters are voting some kind of a protest vote. But the thing is that the Likud is doing a very good protest vote against the left, against the Arab, against a lot of things, although they're in power for many years. So it's kind of absurd, but the Yamin voters are going to vote for a protest vote against a lot of things, and that's why they're rushing into the polls. The Israeli left is also voting a protest against Netanyahu, but it's not enough. They're not enough in numbers and not enough in their power in order to change the voting.
It's already 10 years that the main issue of the election in Israel is Bibi or not Bibi.
Right.
For the first time, Lieberman put a very delicate issue on the table, is the issue of religious and the state. This is a very, very fragile and explosive issue. Mm-hmm. And he's very, I don't know, he's very brave politician to put that on the table because nobody wants to touch it. But the most convenient part is to say, oh, Bibi, yes, Bibi, no. So the voters of the Likud party say, we will protect Bibi, we will hug Bibi, and we don't ask him for many questions because we believe him that he is doing well and he has a goodwill against all the media and the politicians and the others. So this is 75% psychological effect, 25% rationality, and it's 100% Likud and Bibi.
Which I know that your next question, Aaron, is probably going to be just about how most of the public wants a centrist government, according to polls. That's what we're seeing. But I mean, I just think it's interesting that we're really not hearing much about the issues in this entire election. Have you noticed that?
No.
What do people care about here? So going back to those polls, why are we seeing this if the majority of people say that they want a more secular government?
There's always differences between what people say they want and what they do. They prefer, a lot of people, the majority of the Israeli public don't want Netanyahu. He only has 30 seats or 35 out of 120, but still is in power. Most people want a secular government, but still they vote Netanyahu, and they don't ask him, why are you doing your coalitions with the ultra-Orthodox as your main partners? There's always those gaps, and I think the person who knows the best what these gaps are is Netanyahu, and he's doing much better work. We've seen the last 3 months that the Gantz campaign, the Kahol Lavan campaign is not really touching new voters. They're staying between their 30 plus votes, and that means that their main goal tonight is to reach again the 35.
So do you believe that there's any chance of going maybe back to a third election?
No way. No, don't.
I don't want to jinx it.
No, nobody think about it. But
I don't want you to pass out in the studio with just the mention of that.
It's not a circus. It's a state to run, sure. And a very complicated state like Israel. So it's no third election, but there is a chance that maybe part of the left, like Amir Peretz or others, will join Netanyahu in a larger government.
So you said you think there is still
Yeah.
hope for a unity,
Of sorts.
A mini unity.
a mini unity coalition. Well, yeah, I mean, what is your take on that?
Well, I think and it's probably going to be a very bad night for me and for the Israeli left, but I think Netanyahu will reach the 60, 61 plus, so he won't need Amir Peretz, he won't need any other partners, and he can form a government by himself.
Yeah.
I hope it will not happen.
Who would he
He will
choose?
take-
He will take Yemina, he will take the ultra-Orthodox.
Yeah, he will take Amir Peretz just
Yeah.
to, to
Just to
relax
balance,
just to balance and.
So we'll have 65, 66.
Yes.
These are the numbers. But he won't need Lieberman. If he will need Lieberman, he will not be the next prime minister.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I don't think that will be the case tonight.
And you're sure Rivlin will do everything with his power to kind of make sure that happens, that there is no more elections?
There's not going to be
I think
fair.
Aaron's just
Rivlin's not
hoping
even
that's what everyone's
I
going to tell him.
think I speak for everyone when I say that we hope for that.
We've had
That's
enough of
it.
this.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much
In
for
this case, the army will interfere.
Thank you guys so much for joining
Thank you.
us.
Thank you.